Good morning.
How's it going?
Did you have a good drive?
Ron?
I'm Ron, yes sir.
Devin, I talked to you on Saturday.
Where'd you come from?
From Sioux City.
Sioux City, Iowa. All right. Alrighty, then here is the base of the tower, and this is the area that we were looking at before where they poured all the concrete, and underneath it is about 35, 36 yards of concrete. Back here in the background is the crane that's going to unload the tower, and off here on the right hand side in the distance is this is the 150-foot tower, which we'll hopefully get up today.
That's rare this day and age.
Yeah. Okay, it's September the 14th, and that's the first section of the top section of the tower being unloaded. They're going to unload it off the truck, both of these sections, all three of them, and they believe they can stack the whole tower in about 45 minutes to an hour, so we'll just see how long it takes them to do that. Bottom section, by the way, up there weighs about 9,000 pounds. Okay, this is where they put on the step bolt so you climb up the tower, and they have to put that on all of these sections before they put the tower on. Okay, here we go. This is putting up the main section of the tower, the bottom section. This section of the tower weighs 9,000 pounds. It's made by Sabre Tower, and pick it up and slide it on over there. And of course, at exactly the same time as that's happening, the detuning skirt system has arrived. And over there comes the truck to deliver the skirt system. They're having to re-tie off the bottom section of the tower to be able to control the call in the So here we go again. Different rigging system, a different way to make the 50-foot section up. As I said earlier, it weighs about 9,000 pounds. This is the base section of the tower. It's 50 feet. It's a little bit windy. You can see those little flags blowing over there. Those little yellow flags blowing. I'd say it got about 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds. So they have to be a little bit careful about how they deal with this thing. The time it takes to put these up is more in the rigging and so forth than it is actually stacking it, because it's about 72 degrees, pretty much perfect weather. You can see beautiful blue skies here in Indianapolis on 56th Street. It's now looking into the air, the wind's beginning to blow a little bit more. And here we go. Start moving it around, put it in position. Sit it on on the foundation that was put in 3 weeks ago. Today is the 14th of September 2015. This is being put up by Tower Works out of the Chicago area. TOWER Works, WORKS. The gentleman who owns the company's name is Eddie. Now they're going to try to bring this down and line it up and get it to sit right on top of those pins that they put in, and as soon as they get it, assuming that the template is absolutely correct, which of course it should be, they have great big washers at the bottom, and they've leveled the washers so that the tower will be level. Good news is that it lines up perfectly, and they're going to put washers on, and on top of the washers go all around it, and they're instantly going to start putting on the big nuts on top of the washers, and that's basically how you do it. The base, the 50-foot base, and the 150-foot Sabre Tower in place. And this is all a part of the leveling process, so the thing stands up straight. They have big nuts at the bottom sitting on washers, and they have the nuts on the top. Alrighty, so now he has to go up there. No safety climb on this one quite yet. He has to go up there and disconnect the Alrighty, here we go again. Now we're picking up the next section of the tower. It's another 50-foot section. left-hand side of the screen. The tower guide's still up there. But somebody's got it kind of directed in. It doesn't actually require any bolts, it just sits down right on top of it. We were able to get the detuning system unloaded. It turned out to not be such a big deal after all, but Adrian and Wayne came out and helped unload it. So it's all set to go. We didn't expect it until 3 o'clock today, and of course it got here at exactly the same time as when they started putting the tower up. Now we've got a tag line down there on the ground. One of the ground guys, he's going to help try to guide it into place. And they have another man on the tower. When he gets over fairly close to the tower, the tag man on the ground try to maneuver it as best he can. And the final maneuvering will be done by the man on the tower. Installing this section of the tower is not as much of a big deal as it was putting the base in, because of course the base all had to be leveled. This just merely fits over the base of the tower. There we go. We got a little wind going on here, and the guy down below is maneuvering it. It's a little bit tricky. Not quite yet. Now the man on the tower has two lines. He can influence its movement a little bit more. Now, see, the wind picked it up and moved it a little bit. Here we go, coming back. There goes the wind again. It's probably blowing up there about 10-15 knots right now. Almost there. not quite. Getting close. Oh, of course, there goes my cell phone right now. Wasn't blowing, it would be we got it. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yep, we got it. It's in place. It's beginning to come down. You'll see it come down over the top. There we go. Sliding right down. Guys. All right, now they're going to get set to bring up the final top section. Well, everything was going just great until the crane broke. So as you can see, the crane has grown quite a bit, but it is broken and doesn't seem to want to work, and they have a crane mechanic here trying to fix it, but we've suffered about a 2-hour setback and there's no real end in sight at the moment, so I'll just have to give you an update. Well, now we have yet another crew here to try to repair the crane. Alrighty, here we go with the final lift of the next 50 feet, the top 50 feet of the 150-foot tower. And this one weighs about 4,500, 5,000 pounds. Had a little issue with the crane not wanting to function properly because the AM radio station was on the air and the transmitter was interfering with the computer in the crane. So we lost a half a day yesterday, but we're shut the station off the air, and now everything seems to be running pretty good. And there is a man on the tower, and they got the little ground crew down here. And as we did yesterday in the previous video, they'll pick this thing up and sleeve it down on top of the two other 50-foot sections. No bolts required, it just sleeves down. And the good news is that there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of wind today, which means that this might be a much easier task than the other day. It doesn't really take very long to do this. The section that took the most amount of time was the base section, as they had to level it and get all the bolts in and so forth. The only thing that took us an extra amount of time on the second section was the fact that it was so windy that we couldn't easily sit it down on top of it, and it kept blowing around. Now hopefully that won't be the case today. Wind's picking up just a little bit down here on the ground, but they look like they're lining up pretty nicely up there. Come on, Mr. Crane Operator, let's get it down there. It's all lined up, it's ready to go. You're just gonna have to let it go. So it come down. It was lined up. It's a little bit like threading a needle. I think we got pretty close. Good news is it's in place. Alright, now tower climber is going up to the very top of the tower, and he's going to loosen the crane from the top of the tower, and then the crane can go down, and then they're going to pick up the lightning rod system and put that on. They chose not to put it up because they were fearful that they might damage it, so they're going to have a second pick on that. So he'll disconnect the crane right now, and then they'll have one more pick with the lightning rod system. He's also okay, this is the final deal right now, which is the